Welcome back. In a desperate bid to deflect global attention, cowardly Pakistan crawled to the United Nations Security Council. But instead of sympathy, it got shamed on a global stage. The UNSC did not buy Islamabad's theatrics. Instead, tough questions were raised. UNSC members refused to entertain Islamabad's false flag claims and instead demanded clarity on the role of terror group Lashkar-e-Taiba. The council also did not mince its words. It condemned the brutal Pahalgam attack, raised alarms over targeted killings of tourists, and called out Pakistan's escalating nuclear rhetoric. The message from global community is clear: solve matters bilaterally. Not just this, Pakistan once again tried to sell its tired old script, claiming that it is ready to cooperate, calling accusations of India politically motivated, and projecting itself as being on the front line in the fight against terror. But, viewers, facts speak louder than Pakistan's empty words. It refused to cooperate after the Pathankot attack. Probes have exposed its direct hand in cross-border terror, and it continues to offer safe haven to UN-designated terrorists. And in keeping with the growing support for India on global platforms, even generally, the all-weather friends of Pakistan are now rethinking their stance. For example, Russia. Roman Babushkin, who's a Russian embassy envoy in India, has spoken 2 times now exclusively. He was referring to the conversation that has happened between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, where Russia has assured India of all support in its fight against terror.
This comes after a conversation your president has had with Prime Minister Narendra Modi regarding Pahalgam.
Yes, well, this is just another confirmation how close the relations between the two leaders are. They have a perfect sense of mutual understanding, and I think it was a very timely conversation. Russia is not new to the region, to the situation. We were there in 1965, in 1971, and 1972. We know the specifics, we know the history. We are not in a position, even though, to lecture anyone in the region. So we know the complexity, we understand the situation, and we are wishing for a more constructive, and dialogue-based constructive conversation between the two sides based on the existing legal base, Shimla Agreement and Lahore Declaration. So we are very concerned with the prospects of escalation, and that's why actually that conversation was very timely.
Your president also said that the perpetrators should be brought to justice.
That's a reflection of our common position with regard to the terrorism.
And quite naturally, Russia supports India on terrorism.
Russia supports all efforts aimed against the threat of terrorism. Without double standards, without hidden agenda. This is a common global threat, and here our positions are very close.
My colleague Srinjoy now joins us on the broadcast. Srinjoy, if Russia says that they are standing in all fights against terror without any double speak, does that mean that Pakistan has very little hopes left from Russia now?
Yes, basically, Pakistan is cornered. The Russians are making it very clear that, look here, if terrorism is there, we have to take action against terrorists. And Roman Babushkin, who is the deputy chief of Russian embassy in India, making it clear that at this point, all action should be taken against terrorists. This is exactly what Putin told Prime Minister Modi just a few days ago, that whoever the terrorists are, they have to be found and action taken.
Right, very significant developments coming in there. Srinjoy, also tell us the significance of Russian President Vladimir Putin accepting to come to India in the given circumstances.
Yes, he will be coming later in the year. There's no doubt about that. India and Russia have a long relationship, and Prime Minister Modi was there recently, so it is President Putin's turn, and he will be here in a little perhaps by the end of the year, Mr. Putin will be here.
Right, a move that is definitely going to send Pakistan thinking about its allies in this world where he has been left beleaguered. Thank you, Srinjoy, for joining us.